Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in to Super Astro Masters channel. We're doing a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh content lately. If you don't like Yu-Gi-Oh, sorry about that, but well, I mean, I just upload what I want to upload. So, anyways, I uploaded my deck profile earlier with a bunch of ukulele noise in the background. Pretty much, I wanted it there. It was funny. And now my friend's profile here, Tyler Barrett, 50 cal. He leaves no survivors. He ends games with Excalibur every game. He does not kill unless Excalibur kills. That is Mo, just the God of Slaughter right here.
Mogus God of Slaughter. This is totally a Yu-Gi-Oh map, guys, even though it says Match the Gathering. Right
Ignore
here.
that. No, this is
from the people of Ultra Pro.
This is Patelamios. This is Telenite. Don't worry about it. That's why his chest is like stars. Don't worry about it. Moving on to the deck profile. I play Black Wings. I'm an African American male. I don't care. I love Black Wings. And this is my friend who plays Elemental Heroes, who's trash at he doesn't run Skyscraper, so he's trash. Anyways, moving on to the deck profile. Hit it up, Tyler.
Alright, so, for the monster lineup, we have the generic Triple Shadow Mist. She, brings out Mass Change and gets a good search when she hits the graveyard. But you only use one of those effects per turn, obviously you already know that. There's not much I have to go into with detail for Shadow Mist, because everyone should already know her effect. Next up, we run Triple Bubble Man. He's your OTK, XC's rank 4 plays. Basically, because if he's the only card in hand, you can if you have all traps and spells in hand, set everything special, and then you can just go for the Exceed plays if you're able to. He's also good. He's also your only target for Acid and Vapor, so he's pretty good. Helps with the Bubble Beat. Next up, we have Double Blaze Man. Your hero lives for the deck, basically. Normal summon him. You can on his normal summon effect, you can search a Polymerization. So that helps with get your fusion plays off, and then if you don't use that effect, you can dump a card to the graveyard, and it gains that attribute, and the attack becomes equal to the monster's attack.
One question about Blaze Man. So, anyways, we had a discussion that Blaze Man doesn't trigger off of Goblinberg. We have to look it up on Wiki real quick. Yeah, he misses timing on that. Shadow Mist doesn't because it says if. Anyways, moving on.
So basically, yeah, after you use the effect to send one monster to the graveyard, the only thing is you can only special summon fusion monsters, so you can't go for like special Bubble Man afterwards. That's really upsetting, but it's how it works. You can only go for fusion summon, so it makes mass changing viable because it doesn't say you can only fusion summon. It says you can only special summon fusion monsters, which makes the card just a little bit better, a little bit more balanced,
versatile.
Next up, we run Double Alias. I used to run one Alias and then have this be a Voltic, but I found that Voltic's too inconvenient for going into Excalibur or Blade Armor Ninja, because he is not a Warrior type monster, he is only a Thunder type, which is extremely annoying. And I usually don't run the case where I get that damage on board where I can special summon for my Banish, so he's not really that useful. I think, and Double Alias is good just because it's it's 19 beater. Next up, we have Goblinberg, your special summon from the hand. If you have a Shadow Mist in your hand with a Goblinberg, you basically go Goblinberg into Shadow Mist, get your Mass Change, and then wait for your opponent's turn to go Dark Law. Or Anki, whoever you want to go into. You run two of him, he's a Warrior type monster who is searchable from Reinforcement in the army, which is really good. Next up we have Double Summoner Monk, your special summon from the deck. Basically, if you have a dead card in your hand that's a spell card, you can pitch it for Summoner Monk, so you can get that special summon from the deck. So, like, you had a dead card, say it's Mass Charge. You don't Mass Charge, special summon Mist, and get the Mist effect, search out, Mass Change, and all that jazz. More generic plays from heroes. So that's it for the monster lineup. It's a very low monster count, because because Mass Heroes always have a low monster count. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 monsters. So that's a pretty low monster count. For the spell count, we're not going to get the spell count yet, but for spells, run Triple Mass Change. It's pretty mandatory in any Mass Hero deck. Basically, go target a Dark Monster, go into Dark Law Ranky, target a Water Monster, go into Acid or Vapor, Land Monster, Koga, so on and so forth.
Yeah, the card's pretty self-explanatory. It's called Mass Heroes for a reason.
Next up, we run one copy of Form Change, because it's really fun attacking with Anki, and then Form Changing into Koga or Acid if need be, or having Acid on field. Form Changing to a Koga or Anki, so you have another Acid on in your X check waiting just in case you need one. The reason I don't run double Acid, I have considered it though. Next up, we run double Mass Charge, because because late game, this is an amazing card because you can get, let's say, you can even put in your Master Heroes back in the extra Master Charges. It's a really good play because you could put your acid back in the deck with a Mass Change, and you're more likely going to have Bubble Man back, or Bubble Man still in your main deck. So you can go into the acid play if you need to. So it's basically it's a +1, I think, depending on what you search out.
Good recycling.
Next up, we have Double Polymerization, searchable by Elemental Hero Blazeman. You basically go in for Excuradio, Shining, any of your Omni Hero fusions, basically, or your Trinity Heroes.
Yeah, Trinity. There's only 2 or 3, I believe. 2.
Next up, we run Double Miracle Fusion for the we mainly use this for just Shining, but he is viable to go into other people, just Absolute Zero or Core or other, or just the Omni Heroes, basically. Next up, you run Double E-Call, search out all your Elemental Hero monsters. Basic right there. Alright,
now for the double E-Call, usually I see this card as being like a 2 to 3 of in the deck. Like Rhoda is at 3, so why not run 2 of these? Like have 5 search cards. But if Rhoda ever gets hit, which I kind of feel like is going to happen because the Teller Knights don't have a hit and the card is pretty powerful, you can just always bump this back to 3 and just be happy, you know what I mean? It's really good. The only thing that Rhoda can do that this can't do is search Goblinberg, and that's kind of a good search. That's why you run 3 Rhoda over 3. I mean, you could run 3/3, but I guess that hurts the ratio.
Cloggy.
It's kind of cloggy. I mean, yeah, you can discard it from Summoner Monk, but
it's bad drawing in this late game.
Yeah.
Next up, we run Triple Rhoda. Basically
self-explanatory. Like that card is so good.
Summon or search any card, any monster in the deck besides Summoner Monk. This basically says. So these cards basically say, okay, I have 5 Shadow Mist here, and then 3 from the actual copies of the card in the deck.
Yeah.
Which is you basically have +5 more of the heroes in the deck basically, which is really nice. Next up, we run Triple MST. Even though we run Acid, back row is scary because Acid is a last thing play. So Acid's a last resort play. You basically MST if there's like 1 or 2 back row. So you don't have to worry about it that bad. Self-explanatory. We run 1 Raigeki. I would say after to the Jin lock, but the Jin's banned, and I'm happy. Yeah. But Raigeki's just serious, so you can get rid of your opponent's board and go for game. That's like the sole reason this is in the deck.
Well, it's kind of just one of the best one-ofs in Yu-Gi-Oh! Right now, so it's self-explanatory.
Next up, I'm running Triple Mirror Force because protecting Dark Law is such an important thing. Like I want to try to find a way to put Forbidden Lance in the deck, but I think Forbidden Lancing Dark Law still means Dark Law's going to go away because his stats aren't that good. Like if it was 25, Dark Law would be just that much better. But yeah, no Mirror Force to protect all your monsters. Get rid of your opponent's front row. Next up, we have Double Call of the Haunted. You know, end phase of your opponent's turn, flip call, get Shadow Mist on the field to get a mass change. Set up for your plays. It helps exceed plays too. For the one-offs, the traps, we have Raigeki. I'm smart. Bottomless Trap Hole. It's basically like your opponent wants to do something. Nah, bro, you can't do anything. I'm gonna stop your plays immediately.
Yeah, self-explanatory back row.
This is a very controversial card to run in Mass Heroes. This is basically a late game card. You never want to activate this early game because you want to get all your things out immediately. And this is the late game flip card. Once you have Dark Law and Koga on the board and this flipped up, you're more likely to win the game. Right, for the action, the extract is not complete. I just have cards standing in, but I will explain. I will explain each card still. First off, we got Double Dark Law. I was considering running 3, but I think 2 is good enough because I have Master to put him back in the extra deck. Dark Law is basically your Macrocosmos on legs, and it stops Exodia. It stops Exodia immediately because like, oh, you want to draw one? Did you draw a piece of Exodia? Okay, shuffle your hand. Dark Law effect, banish a piece if I hit it right. So Dark Law it stops a lot of decks. It stops Burning Abyss, since all their effects activate in the graveyard. So I think Dark Law is really nice. Up next we run 1 copy of Acid, your Harpy's Feather Duster on legs. What else to say? It'll like after you Harpy Feather Dust your opponent's field, Acid just sprays your opponent's monsters with 300 burn, which is really nice. We run 1 copy of Vapor. Vapor is very controversial in this deck because I feel like I'm the only person who runs Vapor, and tries to run it competitively. But I think he works, because, like, oh, wait, are you going to try and Mirror Force my Acid? Mass Change into Vapor? What now? It's really trolls you play to do. I like Vapor, personally. And his stats aren't that bad, either. I just wish he was at 25. If he was at 25, he'd be that much better. One copy of Master Koga, the best beater in Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't want to hear anything about it. Plus 500 for every monster your opponent controls. And then he can activate during damage step. Banish a monster from your, a hero monster from your graveyard. Target monster your opponent controls loses damage attack. It's like, oh, you want to run into me with, like, Malefic Cyber End? Sure. Attack, alright, damage step, banish Shadow Mist or whatever. You just died. Next up, we run one Anki. He's really good in the deck, because if you need be, you can just attack directly and get that 14 damage on board. But also, he can, when he destroys a monster and sends it to the graveyard, he can search out a change quick play, so basically mass change your form change. And when you do that, like, you never want to, you can't use his first effect to search out when Dark Law's on field. The monster and your opponent controls has to hit the grave. Dark Law makes sure that doesn't happen, but you basically only use this when Dark Law isn't on board. You either mass change him into Dark Law or form change him into Koga or Acid. But if you got through with an Anki attack, it's more than likely that your opponent doesn't have any real back row. Next up for the Omni Heroes, we run Elemental Hero, the Shining.
Self-explanatory.
Shining's a really good card. He's a base. You only go in for him when you have Miracle Fusion. Next up, we run Absolute Zero. You're walking Raigeki if he gets destroyed. The only way that he wouldn't go off is if he's an Exceed unit, but that's only it. Like, you can form change him into Acid, and he goes off. Like, that's amazing. Now I'm the only person who I know who runs this card in Heroes. Vision Hero Adoration. This card is amazing. I'd run him over Escurio any day of the week. Any day of the week. He's a Dark Law target with mass change. And you can target one monster you control, a hero monster, and target one monster your opponent controls. That opponent's monster loses that much attack. Like, that's the only problem is he can't be used during your opponent's turn, in which if he were to be able to, he can activate during damage step, which would be amazing.
Another Koga.
Another Koga. I think that he was another Koga. Basically, I think he'd be main decked in the extra, and he can't target himself, which is kind of upsetting. But you have Anki or Dark Claw to first target. All right, now for the cards that I am changing out for one, because I'm not. Yeah. Wait. Okay. So these two. I do not. On my actual build that I'm planning on getting, these are not the cards I run. Contrast is holding the place of Elemental Hero Core. Elemental Hero Core is an amazing monster because all he needs is 3 hero monsters. So that's pretty generic. That's the thing about Adoration. He only needs 2 hero monsters, so he's also generic. What Core does is, if he's targeted for an attack, his attack points double till the end phase. Broken right there. He's a base of 27. He goes up to 54. Thank you. And then if he's targeted for an attack or does attack, at the end of the battle phase, you can pop a monster on the field. That's really good. It's like, oh, is that something on board I don't want there? Bye bye. And then his last effect is if he's destroyed by a battle or card effect and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon 1 elemental hero monster from your graveyard. That's level 8 or lower, ignoring summoning conditions. So you can Adoration, you can't do that, but you can go into Absolute Zero, Shining, or Nova Master.
You know you can go into anything, right?
No.
You can special summon anything.
No, it's only elemental heroes.
Oh, elemental, that's butt.
Yeah. It's still pretty good though. Mass Hero Divine Wind is in the place of Nova Master. He's your draw power of the deck, basically.
He beats over a monster you draw.
Oh yeah, basically.
Well, Divine Wind does the same thing, but there's no good wind elemental heroes.
Like, don't run Avian, please. I will be very mad at you for running Avian. Alright. And I will be taking out either Blade Armor Ninja, Abyss Dweller. I still wanna try and keep Vapor in the deck, but here are the potential.
Hello, everybody. Back to the video.
I'm gonna drop one of these 3 for Mass Hero Dion just to make the deck a bit faster. I'm more likely to drop Abyss Dweller because Dark Law takes care of all that. But what Abyss Dweller does, detach 1, graveyard effects not happening at all. Up next, Blade Armor Ninja, detach 1, attacks twice. Silent Honor Shark.
Silent Honor Arc.
Shark.
It's Arc.
Shark.
How is it Shark?
SH Arc. Shark.
But if you say number 101 Shark, you might as well say number 101 Silent Honor Arc.
Shark's faster. Anyway, basically...
Why would you say Silent Honor?
You don't want to special summon monster on the board? Silent Honor immediately. And my favorite extra deck card, other than Dark Law and Koga, Excalibur. He's your 4K beater. You beat facing him with him. I go for game with him all the time. People are like, oh, you don't have enough damage on board. Excalibur? Oh, shit, he has enough damage on board now. For my side deck's not complete, but this is what I have for right now.
This card's can't run in main, pretty much.
Double Hero Lives, in case I need to be just that much faster. I do not main deck Hero Lives because I fucking hate a Hero Lives. I do not like paying half my life points. Compulse if I need extra removal. Form Change if I want to be, if I think I'm versatile enough, if I think that my matchup is good enough that I can run second Form Change. Lightning Vortex if I need a bit more removal. Called Haunted if I need a bit more Exceed plays. But no, I'd run Triple Massacre Strict, Poisonous Wind, Triple Maxi, Triple Diffusion.
All that good jazz.
Yeah, and triple pulling the rope, because I hate your Sentries too. But anyway guys, that was my deck profile for Heroes.
Alright, thanks for your input. That was a very, very well explained deck, and your reasoning behind every card. And actually, side deck sound very solid. But yeah, he's been doing pretty good with this deck, and honestly, he drops Contrast, GG. Alright guys, thanks for tuning in. Hit the like button down below. This video is going to be kind of long, but love. Bye.